Now, Blake, we just saw Juliet out there in Grand Haven at the Coast Guard Festival. And for the folks heading out there this weekend, looks like it should be a very pleasant experience.
Yeah, it'll be a good start to our weekend, Jordan. And while Sunday is a bit hotter and muggier, it's typical for late July, really our focus toward the end of the weekend will be the potential for some thunderstorms. For right now, though, here at this Friday evening, no complaints from the weather department. It's been an easygoing day once again to wrap up this work week. Much of West Michigan under a partly to mostly sunny sky. Quiet weather will continue to prevail as this evening goes on. Upper 70s to around 80 is where we settled today. 81, our warm spot in Ionia. 80 degrees for Grand Rapids, just a couple degrees shy of average. That sits at 83 here on the 24th of July. Our 13 weather ball is solid red. Will be a few degrees warmer tomorrow compared to today, so closer to average for late July standards. We'll stay dry through tomorrow. 13 weather ball brought to you by West Shore Home. There's a look at satellite and radar. The lake shadow has set up shop, meaning a sun-filled sky up and down the lake shore. Few fair weather clouds inland, but that will all scurry out as this evening goes on. Temperature-wise, we sit in the upper 70s to around 80 right now. We'll see those numbers fall through the 60s this evening, bottoming out in the 50s under a light southerly wind. Tomorrow, the wind picks up somewhat out of the south and west, and that'll help boost our numbers into the lower to middle 80s in most spots. With the cloud coverage scurrying out, for those that are dealing with clouds right now, by the end of this evening, good showing from the International Space Station once again. I think tonight's showing will be an ideal flyby from the ISS because it'll make its appearance at around 9:48 at the west-northwest half of the sky. Here's the thing. This will be working its way right overhead. You just have to look up to spot the ISS tonight, and that will peak at about 9:51 this evening, so right as twilight wanes, and this will depart in the southeastern half of the sky. Water temperatures, yeah, they took a big hit yesterday with some upwelling. We're now starting to see those water temperatures rebound with the wind direction back on shore. Many of our reporting beaches back into the 60s. The exception, Holland at the state park, only 55 degrees this morning. Southwest wind tomorrow will support 2 to 3 footers, maybe upwards of 4 feet near and north of Pentwater. So somewhat of a swim risk tomorrow if you are heading to Lake Michigan, but the weather will be quiet. Sunday and Monday, that's when the heat and humidity builds. We're going to be closing in on 90 degrees Sunday and Monday. With the humidity around, it'll feel well into the 90s. That also supports our thunderstorm risk. Tomorrow, Sunday's risk is a level 1 out of 5 from the Storm Prediction Center. That's a marginal risk. And then Monday's risk for now is just under the category of possible, but Monday's risk does seem greater of the 2 days. Hour by hour forecast, we are quiet through tonight into tomorrow. No issues there weather-wise, even if you're heading up north. Even much of Sunday here in West Michigan will be dry, but late in the day we'll be watching for any thunderstorm complex that develops to our north, potentially swinging southward through West Michigan. And then once again on Monday, we'll be watching for additional thunderstorms that could develop. So the timing here is that Sunday will primarily be late in the day. Monday will be in the afternoon into the evening, but there still are some details that remain quite uncertain. And I want to make this clear. Not everyone will see severe weather. This will probably be more hit or miss once again. Last note is that we do have some wildfire smoke drifting back overhead this weekend. Here's the thing. These fires originate from the Pacific Northwest, meaning that the smoke that drifts overhead this weekend will likely be higher up in our atmosphere. We'll just notice some hazier skies across West Michigan. 13 on your side, 7-day forecast. Quiet Saturday, hot and humid Sunday and Monday with a few thunderstorms possible. We dry out Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Temperatures falling back into the 80s.